Tuesday, 22nd of April, you're back in business with me, Harsha Subramaniam. Online retailing in India will multiply to become 3 times to become a 50,000 crore industry by 2016. That's according to a CRISIL report. Joining me now is Prasad Koparkar, Senior Director at CRISIL Research. Prasad, thank you so much for joining us on Bloomberg. My question to you is, what kind of threat does this pose to the brick and mortar retail business?
Yeah, Harsha. I think very clearly, online retailing, given its cost structure, is a big threat for, at least in some segments, we believe, for organized retail. And you are seeing the impact. If you look at, for example, bookstores or music stores, we have seen a host of them either shutting down. Some of them have completely gone out of place. And even some of the large format players like Shoppers Stop or Lifestyle or Trend, they have also seen impact in terms of what is happening to sales. So for example, if you look at Shoppers Stop, per square feet sale actually has declined over the last 2 years, and the pace of opening new stores has also significantly come down. And these players have realized that this is a new form of competition which is going to only gain market share going forward. And some of them have already started. I mean, for example, Shoppers Stop started its online portal many years back, and other people like Trent and Chroma are also there. So we believe that this is a trend, and the battle has to be fought slightly in a different way.
Prasad, just to sort of get some nuance into this discussion. So, are you saying that some of these traditional retailers they're going to grow their top line through the online space, or are you saying it's getting challenged by the Flipkarts and the Mintras of the world? What's the inference that you're drawing?
Right. Clearly the top line is getting impacted, no doubt about it, because part of the sales are shifting to online portal. As you would know that not every item is very amenable for online sale, but there are a lot of items like electronics, music, books, and even garments, where we believe there is a significant threat that it will start shifting to online. And therefore it has an impact on top line, and therefore somewhere it has an impact on overall profitability as well. But however, it is not to say that the actual physical formats are going to be completely out of fashion. If you look at, for example, in US, where probably all these things started more than a decade back, Walmart continues to be a very large player. However, what they have done is that Walmart also realized that online is going to be a big challenge, and they got into that in a big way. And if you look at today, Walmart is one of the top 5 online retailer in the US. I mean, it has online revenues of about $10 billion US. While it is a very small part of Walmart's total revenue, it's just about 2%.
Sure.
That is a segment which is growing pretty well. So that's what I was saying, while your physical stores will continue to have advantages in certain categories,
sure,
they are realizing that they can't be out of this game, and they will also probably have to start this kind of portals.
Prasad, one final question. Are you seeing from the data available to you, are you seeing specific segments of retailing being affected, or rather making that transition online a lot more than the others?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, clearly, I think, the most impacted categories are your electronics, music, books. So if you look at even online, almost 50% is coming through electronics. So all your gadgets, mobile phones, music, to a large extent books have already shifted, and the lifestyle products, which is your garments, shoes, imitation jewelry, all these are also gradually shifting. So we believe that these are the categories which are at much more threat from online market.
Prasad, I'm interested to know, what do you make of some of the the discount deals that are being offered? Isn't that a lure still? Would the online marketplace compete in that sense?
Sorry, come again?
No, I meant to ask you, is the online marketplace offering equally attractive discounts to consumers, and doesn't that continue to be a lure?
Yeah, that's right. Undoubtedly, I think online is definitely offering very, very attractive deals, and the reason is very obvious. If you look at the physical format stores, lease rental accounts for anywhere between 10 to 20% of the cost, and clearly that's a great advantage that online has. Secondly, they hardly store. I mean, most of the formats which are emerging, like Flipkart, are not really stocking inventory. These are more marketplaces, so there is a huge advantage even on working capital. So their ability to offer deals, offer discount schemes is much higher. And I mean, even from an operational sense, if you really look at it, in a physical store, if you want to offer a sale, you actually have to change the price tag, put a discount number. It's a very physical, labor-intensive activity. But online, it is all through electronics. So you can keep changing the game. You can keep changing the portfolio. You can keep changing the percentage discounts and keep offering some kind of combination. So all those flexibilities is what these guys are leveraging to the fullest extent. And therefore, I think consumers are getting a very good deal.
All right, Prasad, we'll leave it there. Many thanks indeed for joining us with your perspective. That was Prasad Koparkar from CRISIL talking about the explosion in e-commerce. But coming up next, we're going to be talking about L&T walking